Hey family, welcome to Before It's Too Late. I'm Isaiah Brown, a proud Black trans man, writer, and speaker. And this podcast is where I share my own story and invite others to share theirs. Here, we talk about real life, the good, the hard, the funny, and everything in between. What you'll hear are personal stories and perspectives, not professional, medical, legal, or mental health advice. Please listen with care. And if you need support, reach out to a qualified professional or emergency services in your area. All right, y'all. Let's get into today's episode. Yo, how y'all doing, fam? Welcome back to Before It's Too Late. I am your host, Isaiah Brown, and today's episode is titled Po Black Country. Now, I wrote a poem from Po Black Country. I'm going to read it to y'all, and I can't sing. I'm going to let y'all know that up front. But I'm going to read it to y'all, and then I'm going to talk to y'all about that afterwards. So, it is Po Black Country. I am Po Black Country. I am Po Black Country. I am Po. I'm an early 80s baby with a slave mentality. It took the outside world to reach reality. At home, I was raised to be humble and grateful for the things that you have. When the world told me if you don't have the finer things, you don't mean anything. And at this time, I believed that was something because my family said so. Saturday morning, crust in my eyes and saliva on my face. One smack from the thumb, washed it off, and I was off to the race. Dry cereal and cartoons till about noon. I wore blouses with flowers, undies with days, breeches with stitches, and a patch to match. My jellies were smelly, but they still sparkle. I climbed trees, jumped fences, raced barefoot in the middle of the street, built forts and hopscotch through the creek. I wish the motherfucker would call me weak. Just because Po don't mean I ain't nobody. For the past 40-something years, I have been told I am somebody. Saturday night was a fight between Blue Magic and Crisco. Hold your ear. Now let your hair flow. Before it's ended, it's sealed with a kiss. Now take this pink sponge and roll your bang like this. Granny and Mama shucking corn, popping peas, picking greens, and skinning taters. I dare not to ask what's the meat, 'cause I ain't got a choice in what I eat. It's night time. Let's say our prayers. 2 at the feet, 3 at the head. That's the way we laid comfortably and safely in our bed. We Sunday morning ready for the choir to march in. My pretty rainbow bright purse has candy, paper, and pen. My auntie always the last to come through as she's singing with the choir, holding her purse and shaking her wig too. Deacon No Good singing his testimony. Y'all know back then they wasn't phony. Children's church taught me I'm blessed, and if the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on attack. Ouch. Mary and Joseph had Jesus, and he is my father, friend, doctor, lawyer, preacher, teacher, and anything else I need him to be. During the benedictionary, we sang, God be with you until we meet again. Amen. Just because I'm pro-black don't mean I ain't nobody. For the past 40-something years, I have been told I am somebody. Where I'm from, it's okay to drink from the faucet and water hose. Shit, we enjoyed rocking each other's clothes. Want something to eat? Go on and make a sugar, ketchup, mayonnaise, or syrup sandwich and wash it down with some grape or red Kool-Aid. Hell yeah, we had it made. Baby, don't throw away my pickle jar. Wash that out and put some ice in it. I'm finna go around the corner and let that night train fill it. Very superstitious. Don't sweep my feet at all. Right hand itch, you get money. Left hand itch, you lose money. Feet itch, strange land. Boy, don't put my purse on the floor. I ain't playing. If your booty itch, go wash it. We fancy, huh? Now here's some country pride. Hell yeah, we washed our clothes outside. You better watch your fingers when you push it through the ringer. Summer breeze, flashback of an honest wage. With no water, no power, lighting kerosene lamps for hours. Borrowing water to take showers. Ass raw from newspapers, save some to kill the rats and roaches later. Just because I'm pro-black don't mean I ain't nobody. For the past 40-something years, I have been told I am somebody. I was brought up to be proud of who you are. Blessed, beautiful, bold, brave, brilliant. And most of all, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Hate was never taught in my home, only love. So I didn't understand why someone would have an issue with another because they was different until I got older. And the world grew colder. Lies, lies, lies. Sticks and stones broke my bones and the words damaged my spirit. Home of the brave, land of the free. America ain't so free when you look like me. Oh, beautiful was Africa, where you stole my ancestry. Raise your right hand and place it over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the divided states of America and to the republic for which it sways in the direction that fits them best. Separated nation under who? With liberty and inequality for people of color, the battered mother, the lost son, the wounded father, the foster daughter, veterans, the seniors, the disabled. You know what? Let's just face it. Low and middle class can kiss your ass. I can keep going, but you'll keep ignoring our cries and replace them with lies, lies, lies. Just because I'm poor, black, and country don't mean I ain't nobody. For the past 40 some years, I have been told I am somebody. Po, black, country, I am po, black, country, I am po, black, country, I am po. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all listening to that poem with me. Now, that poem, that took me a little while to write because I had to think back. And with that, man, I grew up different. I grew up country. But I do want to let y'all know something real quick. I was raised in OKC until I was 10. I was like 2 weeks shy from 11. And I was raised up in a little place we called it Sandtown. But with that, man, ain't nothing like home. But anyway, all right, so I moved from OKC to Tacoma, Washington. When I moved to Tacoma, Washington, that was a whole new world. Yeah, a whole new world, y'all. For me, I was sitting there and I'm trying to befriend people. I'm talking to the teachers and different folk around there. When I am, they telling me, you talk funny. And I'm like, shit, y'all talk funny too. What you mean? You know, I'm sitting there talking. They like, they would make fun of me because I would sit there and I'd be talking about my auntie. And they be sitting there talking about some, your auntie. Man, you know what? Just let it go. Let it go. Yeah, that right there. I just need them to let that go because they was upsetting my spirits. And so anyway, it was a lot of words. Like I was trying to communicate with them and we could, and we laugh and be funny, but it was just a little bit difficult because we reference things differently. So growing up, a word that we used that was different in Washington was, I didn't know a couch was a couch. So we called our couch divans. The divan. You go sit down on the divan over there. Or, however it may be, it's divans. So I went, moving to Tacoma, Washington, that was different because they sitting there talking about couches and love seats and sectional stuff. Like, that is the van, baby. What is you? No. Blessed be the. And then I was introduced to another word, refrigerator. I say, no. That's an icebox. It was like, no, it's a refrigerator. Look, it says it on it. I'm sitting there like, what in the hell? All right. But anyway, so another time is when, oh shoot, that was the fifth grade. But when I had moved on up to the sixth grade, I was at a friend's house and these people they had some things that looked familiar to me on the table. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, and now let me tell y'all something now. These is white people, and I'm black, I'm light skinned, but I'm still black all the way through it. But y'all pray for me. These are my friends. I don't see no color with this. These are my friends. But I needed to say that to let y'all know this. I seen them, the familiar food on the table, and I said, hey, oh, them nigga toes. Oh, let me get some of them nigga toes. What a cracker. Y'all got a cracker. What a cracker. Boy, these folks looked at me. And I'm looking at them because I want the cracker. Give me the cracker so I can crack these nigga toes open. Come on. They looking at me and they was slow to respond and they was sitting like stunned. And I'm stunned too because I'm stunned like, hey man, I ain't seen these in a minute. I ain't been home. Let me get these things. And they had to explain to me, That's not what they call. And I'm sitting here like, no, y'all damn lie. My whole little life, this is what I know these be nigga toes. Look at them, they look just like them. Hey, there you go. So anyway, I left that alone, but it was it was so different, being somewhere else and people speak different. But and I talk fast and I also stutter, so I'm sitting there trying to talk to these folk and I'm getting frustrated and they getting frustrated, but they are amused, man. To you that no. Also, we grew up with words like amber lamps, amcur, sick wagon, chicken coop, mama nim, big mama, mama down the mamas. You know, we, we did, and we shortened people's name, and people have two names and things like that. Even where I'm from, like we didn't have something, we made it. If we didn't have, and so I go to Washington and it was a little different because they have it available. Shoot. I'm like, cool, y'all got jumping rope. All right. If somebody ever came up and said, hey, we ain't got no jump rope, and we don't play jump rope, hey, I got some rope. Let's go get this pulling rope over here or something. Or we're gonna take some water hose and then we're gonna go in and twirl them thing, we're gonna double up, we're gonna do all this. Now you better be quick because them jokers hurt. Ooh wee. Nah. Like it was just so different. It was truly a whole new world when I went there, and I learned so much. And so talking, I did learn how to speak proper English, but I did hold on to some things and some words because they made me feel at home, and they still do. And so I don't call no couch no divan though. I no, I know the difference betwixt the two, but I don't do that. Um, but I know what they talking about when I go home. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I do prepare people when I do take them home or so. And I'm like, hey y'all, this is what it is. Let me tell you another thing about me that I did not know. As far as the difference between the two, man, every drug dealer, every drug dealer that sell $5, $10 bags, baby, they big time dope dealers. They is big time dope dealers, baby. Y'all got to stay away from them. Tell the baby to stay away from them. And every drug is called dope. Every damn drug. I couldn't figure out the difference betwixt none of that as a child because I was being nosy all up in the conversations and everything. I didn't know what dope was. It was just too much for me. And with that too, if y'all got bugs, that's y'all kinfolk. Go on somewhere. They live with y'all live with them. That is it what it is. And but with that, like I talked about that in the poem, but growing up with that, I learned that it was a lot of people that grew up the same way. And with that, man, I was comfortable with them as I started linking up with different people. Now I didn't always have it my whole life. No. But it was that comfort because once we got out of that. And other people that I would link up with, to be friend with and to be friends with. And we would it would be familiar to talk about things like that. So other people that traveled there from the South, it felt like home because we understood everything we was talking about. It was comfortable. It was comfortable. And some people, they still, some people still don't understand me when I talk. And that's all right though, because I can slow it down and I can break it down at the same time. So, but with that, I learned the difference between that. But being pro-black country, man, when I was writing that, it felt good. It just took me back to some of the old times of, man, we are superstitious and man, we made things work, man. If we didn't have we didn't have no cups, man, yeah, wash them jars out. Wash them jars out, put some ice up in there, go on and drink you something, some tea, some lemonade, some Kool-Aid, something, baby, go on, put some water in there and keep on moving. Mayonnaise jars, the same thing, man. We made stuff work, man. Shoot, we didn't have enough seats in the car, man. You gonna get in the back of this truck and sit down, don't move. And we sat down just feeling the breeze on that. That was wonderful. But we got to come. No, you couldn't do that. You gonna get somebody tickets, somebody in trouble, something. But with that, man, we learned how to make things work. And man, I love it. I love it. I love home. Miss home. I'm gonna tell you something though. Learning the difference in the world, man. Different words. In Oklahoma, we call pop. In Washington, we called it soda. Some would say soda pop. I moved to Tennessee when I was like 22, something like that. And these folks talking about cold drink. I said, what the hell you mean you want cold drink? You want some water? You want some juice? What do you want? They talking about cold drink. Go on. No. So I'm sitting here like this one don't add up right here. This one don't add. And let me tell you something. I got to walking around and I seen the vending machine that said cold drink on it, and I said, I be damn. I be damn. I be damn. Oh boy, we sure in the hell will do it. We will do it. Boy, I am so confused. But learning different places, man, I didn't know that things was different places. So in the South, man, we got, so many different foods and combinations and things like that. But in Washington, I didn't have that same thing. So I'm sitting there trying to talk to people about, man, man, y'all eat some neck bones, y'all eat some collard greens, I'm talking about the pinto, but I'm talking about olive, man, cornbread, hot water cornbread. Let me get some flapjacks, something like that. The people that was from the South or had family from the South, oh, they understood my language. They was cooking that. Shoot, I'm trying to eat. But the people that understand, they said, what is, are you eating college? You know what? Don't even worry about it. You eat some spinach and keep on moving, man. No, don't even worry about it. And, eating chitlins and put some hot sauce on it. Whoa, baby. Trying to told y'all something, but y'all ain't trying to hear me. But it was so different, even with the food. So going to Tennessee, man, they said that and told me something that I said, now you a daggone lie. You a lie and a half and the truth ain't in you. No. I'm trying to tell y'all something. They told me this here combination, man. They said, look, we're going to have a fish fry. I said, okay, hell yeah, I'm with the fish fry. Shit, put some hot sauce on that, put some bread. Oh, Lord, I'm hungry. Okay, anyway, so I told them, they said we're going to have fish fry, and they said, yeah, we're going to have some fish and spaghetti. I said, what is y'all doing with this? What is y'all doing with this fish and spaghetti? Y'all got two different meals going on? What is it? They said, well, nah, you eat it, that go together. I said, the who? That is two different. No, they make you some spaghetti and get you some garlic bread or something like that. That's a whole meal right there. Get you some fish, go and get you some fries or something else, some beans or something on the side. No, what is we doing? Man, and I met some folks from Mississippi. They doing the same thing. I said, I'm calling home. I am calling home. These country folk do something different here. No, this is not it. But you know what? I've met so many different people from different places. Well, they eat differently, but at the same time, it's all home. And man, I'm telling you, I love to have some soul food. And when I had that, man, it do feel like home. But ain't nothing like that person cooking that when you come up in that, boy, oh Lord Jesus, it do something to you. It do something to you. It make my liver quiver. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got that from my boy Tony. But anyway, I just want to let y'all know, thank y'all so much for listening to that poem and listening to me talk about being poor, black, and country, man. Shoot, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. And I will holler back at y'all on the next episode. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I appreciate you listening to Before It's Too Late. Y'all stay blessed. Thanks for listening to Before It's Too Late. Remember, nothing shared here replaces professional help. If you need support, reach out. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time.